Yeah. We have to go through here to get to there. This is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Thanks. He actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do, about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media, tomorrow's trial. Oh.
Yeah. That's really bad for the press, dude. Or for them to, like on the stand, she admitted that we fucking falsified. And they're like, does that mean every case is now questionable?
Tainted. That's
super bad because... So I remember, this is one of those things where this might be instant corrected the moment it comes out of my mouth, because that's the way it works when you talk to the internet. But I believe I learned about, there was a judge that was... No, there was two cases in the States that were not fucked up, where there was basically one judge was just ended up locking away people and was just super strict on kids in particular, and was it was part of a thing where they'd go to these juvenile detention center / jail type things, and there was a private place where people got paid for the amount of people there. So they were just super oh yeah, lock them up, doesn't matter, okay, send more kids.
Damn.
Just whatever they did, and it was going back for fucking 20 years or some shit. And the moment you find out that someone in that position is fucked, you're how many lives have they destroyed in the process?
Just putting kids in jail for no reason.
The damage is inconceivable at that point when you catch it that late,
So I guess we can forgive Kamala for just getting in the train and doing things like they were always being done before. That's tragic. That's crazy, man.
Hey, she smoked a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Locked up a couple people for it.
Yeah.
Then had some fun.
But what did she have to do, though? She had to, become another person. That's crazy. Anyway.
Hold it in. And yeah. Who could have foreseen this outcome? I, for one, could not. Couldn't see it coming.
Nope.
Blindsided. We are.
Oops. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to just go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. I know, you're right, but I don't give a shit. Okay, procedure and everything. You can't go in there, it's off limits. Is that what you want me to say?
Oh, I see where Detective Gavshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
You know what? We're not Harry, and that's all that matters.
That's good.
That's all he cares about.
New location. How fancy is it?
Oh boy. Ice sculptures and fucking...
Oh my god!
Yeah!
A fucking organ?
Yeah, I was about to say foie gras, but never mind, actually. Apparently we're up here fusing demons and praising the Lord.
Bro.
Holy shit, Gant!
Oh, we're living good.
He's playing his own theme! Oh my god. Oh my god, he's actually playing it. That's crazy.
The ceiling must be so tall.
And to carry the acoustics? Where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Back. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was.
Middle C, Emma. Terry Bogard, is that you? Would you like another rematch then? I've been working on my blitz ball. Kaiser! Wait! No! It's you two! Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh. Duly noted. So, righto! Have you been swimming lately? Cool armor.
Yeah.
That's totally not somebody in there.
Just standing there.
Right? Oh, please let me. Please click on it and have it go. Did that just move? At Orlando. Oh my god. Have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. Kind of been busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? Look. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. And the full...
Whoa.
Complete...
Yeah.
vase. And the cracked shield and sword.
There's no sword on it.
Oh! Uh-huh.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright. Okay. And guard. the other member of the team. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yeah. The attorney's award was a sword and shield, defense and prosecution. But the blade is missing, huh? We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though.
Gant team picture added to the court record.
Photo at the award ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. Well, at least we know it's right side up.
And he's got the cross on this one.
Yep. So I think this costume change occurred with the job change. I think maybe the old suit was when he was a detective.
No, he was always chief of police, no, in the story?
I thought he got promoted after SL. Oh, wait, hold on. That would have been, yeah. The promotion was after this. The timeline doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Never
he was
mind.
deputy?
He got they both got promoted after SL9.
Oh, he was deputy and then he became chief of police.
She moved up and he
Detective
moved up.
to, okay.
Mm-hmm. But the timeline doesn't line up there either way. I'm going to lock up here. So let's go out together.
Oh. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Why did I get afraid?
Now hurry up and get out! I have a meeting to attend.
It looks like we aren't welcome.
Seems that case isn't over yet, after all. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Chief can't deny our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way to get inside Chief's office. Look, that patrolman's saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
So I cuffed the lout, right? Then you know what he says. What are you, a moron? I'm an undercover agent.
Oh!
Hey!
This guy! Ah, it happens. Man, I hate when that happens, huh?
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was just listening to how his friend messed up.
They make a good pair. So I says to him, hey, watch your head, huh? On the way in. Oh. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office.
Sheesh.
It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
To be fair, as it should be. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Who knows that? Lana Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor's responsible for the evidence that they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe for those who don't like him. But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
In our world, there's only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies.
Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat.
Yes, sir.
You gotta take me back to that joint sometimes, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out, huh?
Anyways, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
Not a threat.
Because they saw his fucking bonus, dude.
Oh, Gumshoe is paying us to be a detective?
I mean, shit.
You're a good guy.
Literally, everyone passes around his envelope, little bit of skim, and then it gets to him last.
Actually, I took a look at the files earlier while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything?
The only evidence Darke left was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean?
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some Goyle.
Well, I mean...
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
Yep, whoever that might be, somewhere out there, among the stars. May she live a long and happy life, knowing that he laid his down for her. If only he could know how she felt today. If only she could reach out and say something. Detective, not now, Goyle. I'm reminiscing. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let me see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in there,
His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Head empty, dude. Like, literally awaiting input as he's standing there in idle stance.
Joe Darke was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
Businessman? What made him take to serial killing?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So it was an accident?
An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a kid that walked by then, and he killed them too. There were so many bodies, a jogger came up at the scene and he killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
Jesus Christ!
Oh no.
5 of those names were all in one shot?
Wow, okay, he was really a killer.
That text just auto-scrolled, by the way. Holy fuck! Dude! Beep beep, crash. I need to kill!
Did it once, it's like, hey,
Holy shit, man.
that made me feel something. That made me feel alive.
Fuck, dude.
Hey lady, did you see this shit? Oh my god, an accident, what happened?
So I pulls out my knife, yeah.
Jesus. Like, I mean, fucking dude went for a frag streak.
Pentakill.
Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in.
Yep, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and he murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Darke was arrested on the spot. Good thing that witness wasn't killed.
That last witness.
Wherever she might be, I hope she leads a long and prosperous life, huh?
Mr. Detective.
Not now, kid. I'm thinking about that witness. AKA Emma.
Blank. Are you connected yet, Mr. Gumshoe?
Hey, Ma, put the phone down.
Loading cursor. About this.
Hey! Is that?
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that, huh? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
This is the shot I was waiting to see again. Okay. One shoe. Is that... Yeah, okay, trench coat draped over the knee.
Covered after the fact.
Yes. Knife in the chest. No gloves. One shoe.
That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was.
All right.
When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
Just one more thing.
What? he's breathing super hard to remember.
It's like, don't forget. Hold on. They're about to ask, and when they do, it's my time to shine.
Get that oxygen in the brain.
So much effort.
Get that oxygen to your brain, buddy.
This knife, it was Joe Darke's, wasn't it?
That's right. He traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. Ah! You proud of me? Ah! That was the one more thing. I asked you if you noticed though.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well anyway, who's asking you? Take a guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Huh. It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Did it match Darke's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
So then... it was intact in evidence. Or they had both pieces of if it broke before. Okay, clearly the breaking is going to matter. Yeah, that's pretty important. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. Knife tip was in the wound. So we confirm for certain that the tip is not inside of Goodman. And for whatever reason, that statue's sword is broken.
Yeah.
This thing
It
hasn't
was
tipped.
missing or whatever.
This one hasn't tipped, though. Neil's autopsy record added to the court record. Switchblade knife updated in the court record.
The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Darke.
Well, there you have it. In a nutshell, huh? That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. He's handing out 50s. I know, right? Isn't it crazy? It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around, if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
Oh, what? Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, Belle. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Huh?
How about this ID card?
That's what I was fucking getting at, you stupid kid. Huh? Shut your fucking mouth for once. If you knows what's good for you.
I'm just trying here.
How about you pipe down, huh? Old Gumshoe's a bit of an idiot, but every once in a while he fucking does a little thing or two, huh?
Alright.
Maybe he knows a thing or two about a thing or
You're
two.
very great, mister.
Jesus.
So how about that bonus this year? Are you in the red or?
You're lucky that Joseph Darke didn't come for you, huh? What is what? That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh.
So in other words, Gumshoe's our only chance of getting into that office.
Time to hit him with a come on.
Hey, yo! Hey!
Wow.
Dick! It's me, Nick! Ah! You ever think about that? Dick? Nick?
So many stories.
Ah! Come on, huh? Old Nick and Dick.
We're the ick team. Come on.
Together again. Brah!
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
Court record, $50. 38 actually from childhood.
What can we show?
Let me share a little advice as your detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut up. Yeah. All right. Can't just be like, oh, I have to return this. That will come up. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
You?
Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, that's a reason. Both the shield and sword are cracked, for that matter. Yeah. I'll tell you what it is later. I swear to God, I know it. Not
Not gonna go Wikipedia it after this.
No, okay.
Wiki what? Who, a PETA? Apparently he's forgotten. Oh, there it goes. He looked at it in the air and it's out. His eye is watching the thought enter and leave his brain.
Doy.
You can follow the path of his thoughts. This guy almost made us lose the case today, you know? By the way, this fucking thing...
Yup.
Do you understand the damage?
What are you talking about, huh? He was guarding the bloodstain on the evidence of that locker with his life.
Guarding?
That's more than Nick can say about most officers these days, huh?
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well.
I have to admit, he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m.
You don't talk shit about the Blue Badger. You come for one of us. You're getting all of us.
Just a full force of fucking tanks rolling out. I heard you talking shit about the Badger. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Wow, that esprit de corps is really out of place.
Well, let me just run this one more time.
Sure. Just a tip.
Okay, we might have to find something else. Now, let me take a quick look back here. Does this scene switch? No, it doesn't. Okay. No getting back in this side either. Now that it's... Oh, well, there is... Yeah, true.
February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
We're still not walking around with the trophy. It's still in his room. We just have the concept of it with us. Or we throw it on the couch every time we walk in. Is Ezrath back yet?
There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
Smooth? Smooth. Are you forging evidence again, Mr. Edgeworth?
Dude, if you're wasting time, if you're doing Sudoku, just tell us now. If you're writing a fan letter to the Steel Samurai, just tell us now. Just beat us to the punch. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
It could have been worse. Your mentor killed somebody.
Oh, that poor soul that he killed. I feel so sorry for him. Wherever he might be, I sure hope that he's feeling better. Emma, not now. I'm feeling bad for that poor victim. I heard a child was there. That's Edgeworth for you. Always try to hide his real feelings.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Yeah, man.
There's an excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict.
Right. This is one of those sentences that reads like knowingly, but you're just talking on your honor.
That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I can do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence is falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge.
The buck stops here.
That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Because sometimes you're taking pride in a job that you thought you knew when it turned out that you passed out and the elevator door opened and someone got shot point blank. Or something like that.
Close.
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. You can't know everything, Miles. You up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Yeah, well, you're doing the worry about me elbow grab. So maybe if you didn't do that so much and show off your nervous tick, it wouldn't be an issue.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
That's what Gant was looking at.
Looks like it.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture? Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
How did they get the body into his trunk?
Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day.
You know, paperwork. You should try it someday, Nick.
That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Every time he's got to write up a report or sign a document, he's like, I got some dirt to go dig in.
Yeah.
It's got to be around here somewhere. A clue. It's garbage. Throw.
Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because Chief Gant asked you to.
That's right.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Oh, you must be thinking of Prosecutor Lancelot to the right over there.
Ah, yes, he was a faithful one.
He's quite fierce in the courts.
Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based
on. What happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object? The definition is contradiction. Understood.
Tell me more.
Understood.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? We all learned this in Japanifornia high school classes.
Very well. Ooh. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Objection! Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items.
Right, and it's actually in the way you write it by hand as well, by using the kanji for both. Mm-hmm.
The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
I remember exactly where I first learned about that definition and the associated things. It was from fucking Trigun. Some 30 or so years ago or whatever it was. When Vash is fighting Hopper the Gauntlet. And he asks, and while he's talking shit while he's fighting him, and he asks him if he knows about what the definition of contradiction is.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. Knight of Prosecutors trophy updated in the court record. Huh.
2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving its current form.
Symbolically, the unstoppable force lied. Got stripped away. Yeah. I feel like there was an OG I want to say there was one like run or design or place where like Captain America was supposed to have an actual offensive weapon, and then they were like, and then they ended up being like not. Like it was intentional that he was going to have a sword and something else, or not a sword. He was going to have a shield and something else, and then, you know, he ended up just using the shield. But like the super soldier was intended to have an offensive weapon as well. Was it a gun? Yeah, it was the gun. Right, there you go. Sure. America.
Yep.
Damn straight.
Well, good talking to you, Edgy.
Oh?
February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot.
If I smell bento, I swear to God. Excuse me?
Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Don't make eye contact, Emma. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Hey! Run! She can move in heels. You know the mega panel angle where the person in the foreground is like this,
yeah,
and then the person in the background is like, ah, like coming after them. Miss Star, I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. I mean, someone's had to do it. Salute.
Objection. No, they didn't. Prove before the court that they did. Sustained.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed the detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw.
Oh, this is why I said to keep walking.
Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
That's a little too red. Thanks.
Is it even cooked?
It's not.
It's just raw meat?
It's raw meat. The fuck are you talking about? Where's the roast part of the roast beef? Why is it so fucking... That's crazy. Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Oh, we gotta talk to her. Let's go. Might as well. Joe Darke. That's a name I'll not soon forget.
Joseph Robinette Darke.
We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then.
I'm imagining like an office where you've got Gant and Lana like connecting dots, light speed crime solving, crushing it, and then cosplayers just being all, these three are all Old West, and he's all like running his own Dick Tracy narrative in his mind. You know? Yeah.
Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy.
Especially that we're finding out that like the serial killings were like literally a 30-second span.
Bang, 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 bang.
Like, Oh man, we gotta stop this guy. He did it all in fucking 5 minutes. Like, what are we talking about, you know?
I mean, he does need to be stopped.
He does need to be stopped, but like, is the word serial even applicable at that point, you know? Like, do you have to, is there like a cooldown period? Does the combo have to drop before we call it serial again?
Yeah, do you need the adrenaline to go down?
Does a day need to pass, you know? If the combo's still going, it all sounds to me like one incident. But I don't know.
That's a spree more than a serial killing.
Yes, a spree.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the correct word. Spree is what it is. And when the kill streak drops, and you do it again, you officially become a serial killer.
Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed.
How long does it take for the kill streak timer to go to 0? 2 years? Ah, no! Ugh.
Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Yeah. Oh, Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant.
The best of the best. Just the moment you decide to cover shit up, you suddenly cease to being able to function.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Darke got what he deserved. Still, it was obviously evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. Huh? After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then, Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used. Ah. Densetsu no Futari de. I bet you that's like coming back up over and over in the script. Can I get a photo of that, of them, to just go like, yo, Judge, how fucking sick is this shit?
Oh, that's pretty rad.
Based.
Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean? So he, like, if he was in Marvel 3, he'd run like Phoenix Wright, except the exact item he'd pick up would be the perfect thing for the matchup every time.
Like, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
He'd pick up 3 items, and they would be the exact counter to the character that you happen to be using. Yeah. And then his level 3 is, or his activator would be he stares, and if you move at all, oh, you get hit. Turnabout mode. Don't move when he's looking at you.
Oh, yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about the forged evidence.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh, yes. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock.
I mean, there's the obvious point that he died saving her sister. If you know that.
That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Mrs. Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Yurusanai.
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Kent's powerful influence.
Chief, quote unquote.
Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office.
Oh. If you get a position of leadership, you can put people that are loyal to you in place. And they have to listen, especially if you've got shit on them.
Damn, that's... too close to real life.
What? Reggie, what are you talking about? Read the game.
That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess.
Thank you, Miss Starr.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Yeah, Angel. You're a fucking idiot, but your motives are pretty good. Can't fault you for that.
A bit of respect.
Yes. It's just, you just happen to be the dumbest witness we've ever had, and we've put parrots on the stand. Sorry.
Parrots that were super reliable.